Salam dear students, hope you are fine and doing well. Today we are going to discuss a scientific novel Frankenstein written by Mary Shelley. Please subscribe the channel and like it, share it with your friends in other universities. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley is a novel that explores profound themes of ambition, isolation, and the dangers of scientific overreach. Here's a detailed summary and critical analysis. Summary Volume 1. The novel begins with a series of letters from Captain Robert Walton, an explorer journeying to the North Pole. Walton writes to his sister, Margaret Saville, about his expedition, where he encounters Victor Frankenstein, an exhausted and half-frozen man. Walton rescues Frankenstein and listens to his story, which unfolds in the rest of the narrative. Victor Frankenstein, born into a wealthy family in Geneva, is a curious and intelligent young man with a passion for knowledge, particularly in the sciences. After his mother's death, he attends university in Ingolstadt, where he immerses himself in the study of life sciences. Driven by ambition, he becomes consumed with the idea of creating life. After much experimentation, he successfully brings a creature to life, but he is immediately horrified by its grotesque appearance. He abandons his creation and, overcome with guilt and illness, returns home. Volume 2. The monster, however, survives and soon becomes aware of his own existence and abandonment. Initially gentle and eager for companionship, the creature experiences isolation and rejection due to his appearance. He hides in a hovel next to a cottage where he secretly observes a family, the de Lacys, who show each other love and kindness. He learns language and reads classic works, gaining a deep understanding of humanity. But after revealing himself to the family and being violently rejected, the creature grows resentful and vengeful toward his creator. The creature confronts Frankenstein, demanding a companion to relieve his loneliness. Initially, Frankenstein agrees but later destroys the second creature out of fear that they might breed and terrorize humanity. Enraged, the creature vows to destroy everything Frankenstein loves. Volume 3. The monster's revenge begins with the murder of Victor's friend Henry Clerval and later Victor's fiancée, Elizabeth, on their wedding night. Consumed by grief, Victor dedicates himself to tracking down and destroying his creation. This quest brings him to the Arctic, where he is discovered by Walton. The story ends with Victor's death, after which the creature, remorseful but unable to escape his fate, tells Walton he plans to end his own life. He vanishes into the Arctic darkness. 1. Themes: ambition and overreach. Frankenstein critiques unchecked ambition, especially in science, and the desire to control nature. Victor's desire to overcome death and create life mirrors the Promethean myth and warns against the arrogance of playing God. Isolation and alienation. Isolation affects both Frankenstein and his creature, showing the importance of social connection and empathy. Victor isolates himself from his family and friends, leading to his eventual downfall, while the monster's abandonment and inability to connect with others drive him to violence. The limits of knowledge and responsibility. The novel suggests that scientific pursuits must be tempered with responsibility. Victor's failure to care for his creation or anticipate the consequences of his experiment underscores the ethical considerations in scientific progress. Shelley questions the moral limits of human endeavors, especially when it involves tampering with life itself. 2. Narrative structure and perspective. Shelley's use of a frame narrative, Walton's letters, sets a reflective and foreboding tone, and Frankenstein's first-person account adds a layer of personal anguish and unreliability to the story. This structure lets Shelley explore multiple perspectives, including that of the creature, providing insight into his suffering and humanity, even as he becomes vengeful. 3. The creature as a tragic figure. The creature is not born evil, he begins as a compassionate being. His eventual transformation into a monster reflects society's cruelty and rejection. Shelley's depiction of the creature challenges the reader to sympathize with him, suggesting that monstrosity can be a product of environment rather than inherent nature. 4. Romanticism and the sublime. Shelley incorporates romantic elements, emphasizing awe of nature and emotional depth. Descriptions of landscapes, particularly in the Alps and the Arctic, embody the romantic sublime, where nature's beauty and power evoke both wonder and terror. This highlights humanity's smallness and vulnerability, especially when Victor and the creature confront the natural world. 5. Feminist critique. Shelley's depiction of female characters, often passive or sidelined, such as Elizabeth and Justine, has been the subject of feminist critique. Their limited agency and subordination reflect societal expectations of women in Shelley's time, contrasting with Victor's ambitious drive. This critique has led some to read the novel as an implicit critique of patriarchal control over life and creation. Conclusion. Frankenstein is a complex novel that speaks to both its time and ours, posing timeless questions about scientific ethics, societal responsibility, and the nature of humanity. Shelley crafts a cautionary tale of ambition gone awry, showing the consequences of a world where empathy and accountability are lacking. Her critique remains relevant, especially in an era of rapid technological advances, where Shelley's warnings about unchecked human ambition and the ethics of creation continue to resonate deeply. Thanks for watching.